I ghosted you. I'm sorry. Well, hey guys, welcome to season 2 of Let's Create with Alex Blake. I'm your host, Alex Blake. And that's right, you heard me. I said season 2, and that's because I ghosted you. I'm sorry. No, actually, I 100% ghosted you. So let me get my blanket on, get comfy, get cozy. You should too, unless you're driving, unless you have a car blanket. I guess then you can, put your blanket on too. But I want to explain to you why I ghosted you. Okay, I got to put on my editing blanket. It feels so weird to be recording a podcast because I know we haven't chatted in a while. Guys, I'm so sorry for ghosting you. I don't like doing that. I pride myself, I pride myself in my brand and just in my life on being trustworthy. And so it kind of felt disappointing to stop podcasting for a little bit without acknowledging it or really letting you guys know on the podcast. But I am just going to be so real with you guys in this episode and really pull off any, social media glasses where everything is rose colored. No, we're not doing that. We're real. We are real here. This is true community. Okay. We are building this podcast community, and I'm just gonna be honest because that's what friends do. So the reason why I ghosted you is it's not you, it was me, guys. No, but for real, I genuinely was just tired. And I don't want that word to go into I was burnt out, because I actually don't think that I was burnt out. I absolutely love my life. I had such amazing things going on this summer. I traveled a ton. I went to Utah twice. I went to Arizona. I went to Nashville. I went on a cruise. I went to Florida. I'm sure I'm missing something. I had the most amazing summer of traveling and getting to work in an industry that I'm so grateful for and got to have amazing projects. And now I've got photo camp coming up. We just moved into a new house. There are so many awesome things going on in my life. And at the same time, all of those crammed into a short amount of time was really hard. And I just felt really tired. And it wasn't that I felt tired of all of these good things. I'm not complaining at all about the blessings that are around me, but I am saying that I could not establish a routine. And that was really hard for me. I really like to have my ducks in a row. I really like to plan things out and to be organized. And that even goes into the way that I structure my week or my month. I really value time with friends. I really value time where I can feel really filled up with Jesus. I really value working out. And that was something that was really hard for me when I was traveling so much. Something else that's really, really important to me is how often I shoot. And that was hard because I would only be home for so often. So if I was going to do shoots that month, it needed to be crammed into a small amount of time while I was home. And then therefore I couldn't give any of my time while I was home into these other buckets and areas of things that were important to me. I'm super thankful Zach and I always have a date night no matter what. But even when I was traveling, that became hard too. Thankfully, I didn't go anywhere for a full week, just me at a time. So even throughout that time, we were able to have a date night and just really pour into our marriage. That obviously is number one. Or number two. Number one, I guess, is God, but y'all know what I mean. But like I said, with that, it was just really hard to establish a routine also for the podcast. And I really, in the past, have liked to do weekly podcasts where it's I record that week and then have it up, because it's really nice to have it be real-time life updates, me and you chitting, me and you chatting, Never said that in my life, but it's fine. We're chit-chatting, I really just I like that, and I like that for our community. At the same time, I think for my life, that caught up to me. And when I first started the podcast, I've shared this before in other episodes, but I had been wanting to start a podcast for a long time, and I thought that it would be really fun, and it has been really fun. And I started it over a year ago now. I think my first episode was maybe like last June. June 2024. So it's been really cool that like I did it for over a year without stopping. And that's incredible. And that's a win. And I feel really proud of myself for that. But I also learned a lot. And when I first started the podcast, it came from obviously the desire to, but then talking with my friend Cassidy, who has her own podcast. Oh, shoot. Go check it out. And she's been super consistent for years now, which is so amazing. But I think like I was really overthinking starting the podcast because like I said, I love to organize. I love to plan. I like to have my ducks in a row. And I really value being like trustworthy to people. So if I'm going to put my all into, or if I'm going to do something, I'm going to put my all into something. And she just like was like, okay, girl, you need to sit down. You need to chill. Like you can just do something for fun. And I was like, oh, right. Yeah, I could just do something for fun. Like, even though it's my business, and even though obviously having a podcast supports my business, it's a way of marketing, it's a way of getting to create more community for photographers, a way to showcase and talk about photo camp. Like, there are pieces of this that goes into my business. At the same time, I started it just for fun. I like to yap, okay? Like, I like to chit chat, I like to talk. But when I think about it, I think over the last year, somewhere along the line, it went from fun to being a task on a to-do list. And while it's still fun to create the community, the actual act of recording the podcast, that was what became a part of a to-do list for me, especially in the months where I began to get really busy through busy season. So I have decided, I have been like praying about it and talking to people. I've decided for this to have a new start. Season 2 of the podcast. I see it in the headlights, guys. No, but like I want to like kind of reframe what the podcast looks like for myself. So I decided to take a step back. I was like, no. I don't want this to feel like a to-do list in my business. This isn't something that's like mega important for me to do. It's just something that's fun. So let me reframe it and make it fun again. So I decided to take the step back and come back and do the podcast seasonally. And I'll be so real with you. I don't know what that looks like in the future. I don't know how long a season's going to be. I think season 2 is going to be a lot of figuring that out together. So you guys are kind of along for the ride with that. But what I do promise you is that I'm not just going to ghost you next time. I will let you know season 2 is coming to an end. I'll let you know, hey, next week or the week after is going to be my last week. Like I will warn you guys before that so you don't think, is Alex okay? Like some of you guys were so sweet messaging me and I was like, I promise I'm okay. I'm just really busy. And yeah, so I definitely will let you know next time so that you're not like freaking out thinking like, oh no, she's gone. Like, she's crashed out. I haven't, I promise I'm here. Everything's great. Life is good. But I was just busy. So what I want to do is be a little bit more intentional with my episodes with you guys. I think I'm super excited. I'm coming back with like a creative, fresh wind, I think, which is fun for the podcast. And I'm able to like really think about, okay, what episodes do I really want to share with you? Not just interviewing people, but I have a lot of that lined up already. I've already actually recorded a few interviews that I get to share with you over the next couple of weeks. And I'm super pumped for that. But I also just get to like really craft an experience for you over the next season and really begin to like brainstorm what episodes I want to bring to you and for it not to feel just like a to-do list because I've been able to plan ahead. And I guess it is kind of like maybe planning is just fun for me. Like maybe I do just want to plan because that is fun for me. And when I'm flying off the seat of my pants or by the seat of my pants, like that is less fun for me. So everyone's different in that. But a lesson that I learned, I think, is that saying no is okay sometimes when it's something that isn't like your irreducible minimum. Like that I've talked about that on the podcast before too, but like Zach and I have things that are irreducible minimums. We always have a date night, no matter what. We have to have time with Jesus in the mornings, no matter what. I think ours is like at least 4 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week. We have to do that. And that's an irreducible minimum, right? We do church every 7 days. That's an irreducible minimum. And there are things like that. Oh, like I need to have a business. I've got to have income coming in, irreducible minimum. But there are things like that that are like, I cannot not do my life without these things. And then there are things where it's like, no, actually, it's okay to say no to some things in order to give my best yes to the things I need to say yes to. And in this season, that's just what I learned is like, and maybe I've learned it before, but I relearned it again in a deeper way. I think that's what we do a lot of the time in life is we relearn lessons in a deeper way. But I have been learning like boundaries in a cool way of just like, no, I'm gonna say no to things, even though they sound like fun, even though I love the podcast. I'm gonna step away for a couple months because it's better for me. It's better for my business. It's better for my creative brain. It's better for my marriage. It's better for me to be able to focus on moving into our new house. And there's so many other things that I could go rabbit hole in as far as like what happened this summer and craziness of my life, but I'll spare you the details. But all that to say, like, I am really, really, really excited for a really good yes from me to this next season of the podcast and how I'm going to be able to bring creative, fresh wind and intentionality for the episodes for you and for our community. So I am so excited and I can't wait for you guys to be along for it, up for the ride as well. But I do also just like want to leave you with a piece of encouragement that it's okay to say no to something, even if it's something really fun, whether that might be like a session that somebody inquired for, but you're already booked and it feels like an exciting session to you, but you look at your calendar and you're like, I don't know how I would make that week work. It's okay to say no. If it's something that you don't financially need, it's okay to say no, even if it's a cool opportunity. It's okay to say no if somebody asks you to grab coffee this week and you haven't seen them in a while, but you're looking at your calendar and you're like, I can't this week. Offer them for next week or offer for the next month even. And that sounds crazy to like plan a whole month or however long ahead. But like, if you need that for your life and for your business and your schedule, then ask. It's okay to say no. And I also think like I learned too that like sometimes I don't need to explain myself. Like I did ghost you guys and I do apologize for that. At the same time, it was okay. Everything's fine. No one's mad. Like, who cares? It's a podcast. I really hope that it brings life and light and encouragement to your week and that we're able to chase after community and creativity and coaching together. But at the same time, everything is fine. Nobody's life was ruined because I stopped giving you a 30-minute podcast every Thursday. Like, it's totally fine. So anyway, it's okay for you to say no, just like I did. And I hope that if this is a lesson that maybe you haven't learned yet, or you need to kind of focus in on in this next season, that you hear it first from me and that maybe it's confirmation to just say no to something this week. But obviously, always do it in a kind way. Anyway, okay, so basically you are watching right now episode 1 of season 2. And all I wanted to do in this episode is literally just yap and tell you guys that I'm sorry, but also just explain a little bit of that and then hopefully encourage you with that you can do this too. You can also say no to something if it isn't a part of those irreducible minimums. If it isn't a part of the thing that's like, you have to do this, then you can say no to it. It's okay. What's cool is we own our own businesses, we get to run our own lives, and we get to say yes and no to the right things. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, and I will be back next week with another episode of season 2 of Let's Create with Alex Blake, and it's coming to you with fresh wind of creativity and intentionality. Love you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.